chance. Again, bounces it outside and has some room. In there for the touchdown. Coming home here in lane 5, well out in front of the field. And Wachek touches in a time of 52.92, a new high school national record. Back to back to back to back state champions. NET Sports, your home for championship sports, is live from the Pinnacle Bank Arena in Lincoln, Nebraska. For our second state championship of the day in Class D1. It's the Bergan Knights at 26-10, coming in as the third seed, taking on the number 1 seed and unbeaten Bulldogs of Pleasanton. And hello once again, everybody. I'm Larry Putney, along with former Nebraska standout Kathy Wieskamp, very socially distanced here, and hope you're staying safe as well at home as we bring you these state high school championships throughout the day on NET. Let's go to Class D1. Had a great one in D2. Move on to Class D1. And Pleasanton on the year, Kathy, has lost 3 games.
It's incredible. I mean, they've come in very senior-laden team, but the thing that's hurt them, or I guess hurts for them, is they've been knocked out in the semifinals the last couple years. And the team that has done that has been Bergan across the net.
Right.
So they're excited to be here. They've got to this championship match, and they're ready to claim a championship. However, across the net, Bergan has a different thought. They're a very young team. And again, maybe weren't expected to be here, but have played very hard and consistent this year. They've got a great leader in Lauren Baker, who has really shown that leadership and helped them get to this championship. They were runners-up last year, would like to come away this year with a young squad and have a championship as well. So we're ready for a great match.
Should be a good one. Pleasanton and Archbishop Bergan. Here is where these two teams come from. Fremont Bergan on, North Clarkson in Fremont, and about a 57-minute trip to Pinnacle Bank Arena. A 2-hour, 30-minute drive to get here to PBA for those in Pleasanton, which is about 25 minutes north of Kearney, right up Highway 10. This is how they got here. Pleasanton knocks off Johnson Brock and Meade. A sweep of Meade, the Pirates, and then Archbishop Bergan over Amherst and Hartington Cedar Catholic to make it back to a state championship for Archbishop Bergan. The third member of our crew is patrolling courtside. That's Ryan Mix. Let's go to Ryan.
Good morning, Larry and Kathy. Well, really looking forward to this one. And as you mentioned, Archbishop Bergan, 10 losses, Pleasanton, none. Don't be fooled by those records. It should be a very competitive match. Pleasanton is led by a handful of seniors: Caitlin Lindner, Natalie Siegel, Isabel Peitz, and Casey Pierce. The senior class is 115-13 in volleyball. They have been dominant. They have not lost a conference match since 2017. So this is a very experienced group and looking to end their high school career state championships. And Archbishop Bergan on the other side, their third straight appearance in the state finals, but it's a much younger team, only 1 senior for the Knights. So it should be a fun one here at PBA.
Thank you very much, Ryan. The D1 state title game is coming your way from the Pinnacle Bank Arena in Lincoln when we come back on NET.
Constellation is a natural gas supplier helping inspire young Nebraskans through hands-on learning. Constellation has given more than $290,000 to 4-H and FFA organizations across the state, helping support youth in your community with opportunities to achieve real-world success. Because we believe that powering communities means empowering our future leaders. With Constellation, a contribution to 4-H and FFA is in the stars.
All this grass, all this mulch, all these projects to do. They all get done with the Kubota BX Series tractor. The Kubota BX Series. Kubota is a proud sponsor of Nebraska high school sports on NET. It's the crack of dawn, but it's never too early to get ready for hunting season. Acceleration, handling, and cargo room for work. The Kubota Sidekick. For more information and participating Nebraska Kubota dealers, KubotaNEsports.com.
All right, it's time to talk about us. Not him, not her, not them. Us. Thanks to us, things have been great. In fact, you can find us just about everywhere. Your food, that's us. Your food's food, that's us too. Your fuel? That's us. And should anyone out there happen to doubt us, by all means, just watch us.
Electricity. It makes life easier, more productive, brighter, possible. Yet we only think about it when we don't have it. The next time you're doing, well, anything, think about how electricity makes it all possible. And know we will be there, powering your everyday, every day.
Well, if you have friends and family across the state, the country, or even the world, they can watch the NSAA championships on NAT Sports. Just download the free NET Nebraska app, and anyone can watch their favorite Nebraska high school team or players. Live streaming is supported through Apple TV and Chromecast, and you can also get the free app at netnebraska.org/apps. Steve Lemon with introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Pinnacle Bank Arena and the 2020 Nebraska School Activities Association State Volleyball Championships. Today's Class D1 championship match features the number 3 seeded Archbishop Bergan Knights and the number 1 seed, the Pleasanton Bulldogs. The NSAA is proud to recognize our premier corporate partners for their outstanding support of NSAA activities. U.S. Bank, Farmers Mutual of Nebraska, the Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association, Nebraska Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, and CHI Health St. Elizabeth. And now it's time for the introduction of the players and coaches. First up, let's meet the 26-10 Archbishop Bergan Knights. Number 2, Elsa Dirkschneider. Number 3, Summer Bojanski. Number 4, Caitlin Mulnarik. Number 5, Paige Frickenstein. Number 6, Charlie Bales. Number 7, Rebecca Baker. Number 8, Lauren Baker. Number 9, Blair Davis. Number 10, Sydney Meyer. Number 11, Carly Hapke. Number 12, Lyndon Nozzle. Number 13, Addie Gilfrey. Number 14, Kennedy Bacon. And number 15, Caitlin Pitt. The assistant coaches are Haley Williams and Kim Diekman. The head coach for the Knights, Sue Weewill. And now here are the 32-0 Pleasanton Bulldogs. Number 1, Natalie Rasmussen. Number 2, JC Flood. Number 3, Reagan Weisdorfer. Number 4, Natalie Siegel. Number 5, Haley Mulring. Number 6, Isabel Pates. Number 7, Cheyenne Hollingsworth. Number 8, Kinsey Littner. Number 9, Lauren Smith. Number 10, Katie Littner. Number 11, Sarah Loffelholtz. Number 14, Taryn Flood. Number 15, Casey Pierce. And number 20, Chelsea Fisher. The assistant coaches are Vicki Lammers, Brianna Dinas, and John Phillips. The head coach for the Bulldogs is Shane Nordby. Today's officials are Neil Hammond and Chuck Goebbels. Our bench official is Nancy Fuchs. Our line judges are Beth Martins and Curtis Martins. And now, let's play State Championship Volleyball.
So here we go in Class D1, state title on the line between Archbishop Bergan, the Knights, in the yellow uniforms and the green libero. There is Sue Weewill in her 36th year. She says she couldn't do it without her husband, Joe. He's allowed her to coach for 36 years. She's been at Midland, Fremont, Fort Calhoun, won a Lifetime Phyllis Rice Honor Award. was the 2019 head coach of the Red All-Stars. She's been around the sport a while, and Bergan in recent years has had a lot of success. And there is Shane Nordby in his 5th year. He was an assistant at Kearney High and assistant at Hastings College with Rick Squire. He went to Hastings College. 5th year, 137-47 record, and his team is 32-0 on the year, and in games played, 78-3. Just a remarkable run.
Yeah.
And they start off with the tough serve. And that's what Sue Wewell said they had to do against this Pleasanton squad, is serve tough and keep them out of system. And right away, Summer Bojanski with the opening ace for the Bergan Knights. Bojanski, a freshman DS.
We're going to say freshman and sophomore quite a bit today, too, as we talk about the Knights program.
It's unusual for Bergan, right? I mean, you know, usually it's a upperclassman-laden team, and not this year at all. Several freshmen and sophomores in the starting lineup, and what a testament to that program that you can have that kind of youth and still be here in a state title.
And just, it's really about growing and continuing to grow and get better collectively, and so.
There's Katie Lindner with the kill. Lindner leads the team in kills, 11.4 per match. Twin sister Kinsey also plays on the team. We'll go back to Lindner again, who brushes it off the block. And Lauren Baker. Lindner, boy, what an aggressive swing for the middle blocker. The senior 6 foot, heading to UNK next year. Nebraska Kearney has a good one.
Yep, definitely. She's a quick player, moves really well.
Speaking of quick and moves well, there's the other middle, Lauren Baker, the lone senior for the Bergan Knights. She leads the way.
And she does that not only with her play, but also, again, as she leads this team and takes that leadership role with her team, encouraging, communicating, talking.
Lindner again with the kill. Oh, look at that athleticism. She is long and athletic.
Long lead, and she really gets up there. She jumps well. Like I said, she's very athletic and very smooth.
Baker goes cross court. You mentioned it. Sue Wewell says of Lauren Baker, she owns this team this year. She is not afraid to call out her teammates. She is relentless. She has been unbelievable in practice and pushing this squad. But when you have a young team like that, you need a senior leader to kind of show them what it takes in practice, the type of commitment that it takes.
Basically teaching them what it is to be a player at this level and to do the job and what it takes and what really hard work it means.
Well shot back row, nice placement on the kill by Kennedy. Bacon.
Just a great job, high hand, and just controlling the ball. Everybody likes the power, but a lot of times it's just about the control and placement that's really going to chip away and get those terminations.
Just in. Wow, what a great shot right down the line.
Serving is Reagan Weisdorfer.
Bell Pates with that last kill. Bell just found the line and drilled it right down. Into a big block. Chelsea Fisher was there, part of that block, along with Lindner.
Fisher and Lindner working well together there. Timing and, again, great closure by Fisher.
Tried to roll it over the top into the back line, and that was just long. You mentioned it earlier, Kathy, but this is a matchup that both of these teams are very familiar with, right? I mean, this is the 3rd time they've played down here at State. The last 2 years, it was Bergan ending the season of Pleasanton, but Pleasanton got a little payback in the state basketball tournament because Pleasanton beat Archbishop Bergan for a state basketball title. This is just a really great set of athletes for Pleasanton.
Yes. Well, and this has become kind of a rivalry, you know, and again, a positive one and competitive one, as you said, for the women's athletic programs of these two schools, going up against each other in both volleyball and basketball. And you've got some of those key players right here on the court, as well as on that basketball court.
There's Caitlin Molnaric with the attempt. It goes into the net. 4-point lead here early, and that just clears the tape.
Great, tough serve.
Pushed out to the pin, right along the line. Kept alive, good hustle. Off the top of the block goes Fisher, not down. Fisher with the block on it. Second touch, not down. Baker's there. Back corner, found it. Casey Pierce. Casey Pierce, the senior outside who averages 5 a match. She's the niece of head coach Shane Nordby. Boy, nice up there by Wiesdorfer, wearing that number 3 libero jersey. And then just pushed across by Caitlin Molnaric. Where Molnaric at just 5'7" may not look like a middle, but she has a nearly 30-inch vertical.
I was going to say, she jumps out of the gym. And when you get her a ball that she can really add that approach to and really drive to, you're going to see her elevating.
Boy, nice bump set there, handled by Siegel, the senior setter. Leads to a point for Pleasanton, and they expand that lead to 5.
In the serve for the Bulldogs, number 14, Taryn Flood. And for the Knights, number 13, Addie Gilfrey.
Good tip by Lauren Baker.
Lauren Baker, point Knights.
Just over the block and short of the defender.
Lauren's just a very smart player. She knows what the defense is. She reads the situation. You're going to see her make good decisions out on the court. And those are the things, too, she's trying to teach her teammates.
Oh, what an approach and swing. Looks so athletic from Katie Linder.
Linder, again, averages 11 kills this season. You know, she's one of those players that going to get a lot of balls and going to be very successful.
Hustle to keep it alive. Quick set, Linder terminates.
And just so smooth, strong, quick. I can't say enough about.
Baker tries for the near sideline. Pierce, aggressive swing down the line, good up. Out to Pierce again. She's got a quick arm.
Great up.
Great hustle back there by Addie Gilfrey for Bergan. In the back line, first time's a charm in that rally for Casey Pierce.
Pierce just staying very persistent there. She's got blockers in front of her. The work finds her way around.
Quick early lead here, 14-7, Pleasanton on top of Bergan. And let's look at the last time these two teams played on the hardwood. And it was in the state basketball championship, Pleasanton and Bergan. Bergan had beaten them the last 2 times on the volleyball court, but right here at Pinnacle Bank Arena last year, they rose up and won a state title. The Bulldogs, 47-38. Pleasanton took home the trophy. A lot of familiar faces you see there. Most of these girls who play volleyball also play basketball. And on the volleyball court, they are terrific from a hitting percentage perspective. They have 2 players in the top 5 in the state in hitting percentage, both above 400. Deep corner just
above 400.
Yeah.
That, I mean, those numbers are just incredible, and the consistency that speaks to making great decisions out on the court.
Chelsea Fisher, number 20, hits 451, and that young lady right there who put it away hits 449 on the year. And this will look, 2 pretty prominent names at the top of that list, both heading to Nebraska in Lindsey Krause, Riley Gray. And then you have these 2 players here for Pleasanton who hit also above or right around 450.
So pretty good company, and again, it speaks to volumes about the level of play of these young ladies.
And right now, Lindner hitting 750. So all she's doing is helping her nearly 500 hitting percentage.
That's right, she's got 6 kills on 8 swings, no errors. Those are good numbers.
Serving is Lauren Baker.
Lindner again with another kill.
And the thing about it is that they really do a great job, the Bulldogs, of using her in different locations. Here she is coming from the backside, coming around on the back off of that serve receive. Just got to pay attention because, again, she's such a dynamic attacker, and you got to get a block in front of her.
17-9 here in set number 1. That into the net. Great up. Does it defensively as well.
Look at how quick.
Siegel got a hand on that. The kill goes to Mulnerick.
For the Knights, number 5, Paige Cricket side, back to serve, Rebecca Baker.
Point. Here we go.
Wow.
Down the line goes Belle Pates. And Pates peppered that one.
Oh, yeah, she got on top of that ball. Look at all that line that she has to swing through. She recognizes, and wow, what a shot.
Block touch, kept it alive. Free balls it over. Bacon not down. Here's Pates again, and that time Pates right into the block and tools it for the kill. And it is 20-10. Pleasanton on top here in set 1.
Great tool shot there. It was a great look at that, using that outside arm. And again, they're giving her a lot of line, and so she's going to work those edges.
Last year's Class D1 state champ had a very familiar name in it, one we just saw. Let's take a look back.
The number 2 Diller Odell Griffins faced the 4th-seeded Archbishop Bergan Knights in pursuit of the 2019 Class D1 state title. Diller Odell took the first set with a dominant offensive attack and never looked back. Addison Heidemann's 37 assists and Mackenzie Vitash's match-high 17 kills capped off the Griffins' 3rd sweep of the tournament and gave Diller Odell the program's first ever state championship trophy.
And of course, earlier today, Diller Odell picked up back-to-back state titles, winning it in Class D2, 16-14 in set number 5.
Serving for Pleasanton, Reagan Weisdorfer.
So Reagan Weisdorfer back down to serve.
Catch that sideline.
Mulnerick, Knights.
Molnaric just does a great job. Again, I'm just impressed with her quickness, her jumping ability. Really gives her a good view of the court.
Net serve, point Pleasanton.
Pleasanton now just 4 away from taking set number 1. Pates, 5'9" senior outside hitter with the serve.
Point.
Little tight to the net.
Back to serve, Caitlin Molnaric.
This the second season in a row that Pleasanton has come in as the #1 seed.
Net serve, point Pleasanton.
They're falling short of getting here to the finals.
Number Pleasanton, number 14, Taryn Flood. Into the Knights, number 13.
Sue Weevil's team has been in this championship the last 3 years now. They won it in 2018, runner-up in 19, and here they are in 2020, back for the 3rd consecutive year. Oh, nice coverage. Good coverage leads to good things.
And your hitters, just that knowing that you've got your team behind you, backing you up. Great feeling.
Linder on the slide, puts that right on the back line. Her hitting percentage was struggling a bit. She was down to 700. 7 kills on 10 swings. Now she's 8 of 11. So back above 725.
She really needs to pick it up here.
Tough serve. Doesn't clear. And set number 1 goes to the Bulldogs of Pleasanton in easy fashion. They roll in set 1. Looking for a first state championship since 1976.
Local businesses are an important part of our state's economy. They're run by people who are imaginative, determined, innovative, and committed to being here in Nebraska. But the pandemic has challenged their resilience and their future. Your support, done safely, is important to local business because our community is stronger when we care for the well-being and livelihood of our neighbors. Local shopping, done in safe ways, supports Nebraska businesses today.
Participating in multiple Nebraska high school activities has taught me the value of teamwork.
I learned how to be a strong leader among my peers.
We set goals as a team and work hard to accomplish them.
I strive to excel not only in the classroom but on the playing field.
The Nebraska School Activities Association providing opportunities in 25 activities for our member high schools. NSAA activities, the other half of education.
Have you heard about FAFSA?
It's like a form you fill out.
Fill it out and you get money for college.
Easiest way to get money for college, hands down.
FAFSA.
It's a life hack.
It's your way in.
So you want to help me pay for college? I'm down.
Heck yeah.
Definitely.
How is this not trending on all the things?
It took me like 30 minutes to fill out.
So easy.
How much am I gonna get? This is a hidden gem.
Fill out your FAFSA.
FAFSA.
Drink water, buckle up, fill out your FAFSA.
Early mornings, late nights, emotionally, physically, mentally tougher. Generations of trust, innovation, and hard work done side by side. The decisions you make for your land and livestock have a direct impact on your operation, the region, and the world. That is why we're there when you need us anytime, every time. We both have one chance, one season, one mission. Tougher together. Aurora and you.
Pleasanton wins set 1. What do you like about Katie Linder?
Well, pretty much everything. Pretty much everything, I'm going to say. As we've talked about, she's so good. She's smooth. She's quick. And again, just sees the court well. And so no wonder she's hitting, today in today's match, 727 for the season, just right shy of 450. She's really just a phenomenal attacker. Fun to watch, that's for sure.
Loper's getting a good one.
Absolutely. First set, the Bulldogs hit 438.
Wow.
So pretty consistent, pretty on mark.
Baker dug by Weisdorfer. And then terminated once again. She's just thus far been unstoppable.
Unstoppable. And Siegel does a great job getting her a ball in position. And she's got 2 blockers up, but she can see that. And she still finds a way. And because she elevates so well, too, she can hit up and around and get a good view.
Pushed out. Pierce off the top of the block. Swing is long from Nozzle, Lyndon Nozzle, the freshman outside hitter into the game. Now you mentioned Natalie Siegel, who's the setter for Pleasanton. You don't have hitters hitting above 450 without having a great setter. Somebody who can put the ball in a great spot and let your hitters swing away.
Absolutely, and again, knowing where they like the ball, being consistent and putting it there. And again, when you got somebody that's such a good jumper, got a long reach, knowing where to put that ball and utilize her in multiple places. So great orchestration of the offense and taking advantage of an outstanding attacker.
And as a testament to Siegel's athleticism, as you see, she pushes one right on target to Pierce. A testament to her athleticism is that as a freshman and sophomore, she was a middle blocker.
Yes.
And Coach Shane Nordby said it was the toughest decision he's had to make as a head coach, was moving her from middle to setter, but he said it turned out to be maybe the smartest decision he's ever made.
Well, and again, you take somebody like that who's touching every second ball and you implement it, you know.
And then great court awareness there by Siegel to put it down on 2. Great second touch.
Well, and back to you talked about she was a middle. Again, so she knows as she's feeding up Lindner what she needs and how that feels on the other end of it.
Ran the quick there, and that's in. Nice swing by Lauren Baker. A nice set also by Becca Baker, the sophomore.
Quite a pair there.
Yep.
Well executed.
And again, just drilled by Lindner. Lindner now with double digits in kills as she hits 10.
And there's 2 blockers up on her. I mean, she's just slicing it off the edges, getting up.
And now Kinsey Lindner, who just got that ball up, is in for Pleasanton.
Great.
That would be Katie's twin sister, number 8 and number 10 right there. Katie and Kinsey.
Great shot there by Pates. She's recognized that line and been very consistent.
Good hustle by Weisdorfer
Come on.
to keep it alive, and they did.
Love it.
What a great effort defensively. Leads to the quick run transition. When you see someone else scrambling like that, you get a ball, run the quick.
Absolutely. Don't let them get reorganized and back into position. Come back at them fast.
So great decision there by Bergan. They ran the quick transition right to Lauren Baker, and Baker knows what to do with that. Oh, good hustle by Kinsey. Check it out, that was Siegel keeping it alive. And another kill in the middle. I believe that was Mulmeric. Yes, Mulmeric with the swing and the kill.
Just got the block, knocked him back. She's gonna be a good one. Just keeps working hard in that middle. Just a sophomore. Look at how quick she is coming around behind.
Good cover there by Hapke, who kept that alive on the second touch. Pushed outside, Pates goes down the line, and Belle Pates.
That line is paying off for her, Pates, for sure. She's recognized what they are giving her, and she's going to keep going there.
Serving, Katie Lindner.
Overpass. Fisher, Chelsea Fisher with the kill.
Kennedy Bacon came out of her shoe there. Kind of got caught in the middle.
And the ace for Linder. And that will lead to a Sue Weevil timeout. 10-4 Pleasanton advantage. One of the things that head coach Shane Nordby of Pleasanton discussed with us yesterday is just how athletic this entire team is. And I think we are certainly seeing that here.
Don't forget to follow NSAA events on Twitter for all the latest volleyball scores and championship updates.
I got a good one coming up for you on Thursday, November 19th. You're going to want to mark this on your calendar. It's the pandemic has raised a lot of questions about the game plan for college volleyball. Well, you can join me as I sit down with Nebraska head coach John Cook and Creighton head coach Kirsten Bernthal Booth to discuss preparations for the competition this winter and also spring. Plus, former Nebraska standout and Olympic medalist Jordan Larson will look ahead to the 2021 Olympic Games. It's State of Volleyball. It premieres Thursday, November 9th, 8 Central on NET.
I have it starred on my calendar.
It'll be fun.
I know, absolutely.
I think hopefully they'll make some news with us and tell us a little bit more about what the season's going to look like. I think everybody around the state is wondering.
Yes, people are constantly asking that question, and what's it going to look like, and are we going to get the season? And now that they've announced there is a season, who's the schedule? And so there's a lot of excitement around it.
I can tell you Jordan Larson continues to work out in preparation for the Olympics, which were postponed from last year to this summer. She continues to work out as, believe it or not, the elder statesman of the Olympic team.
You know, but again, amazing. I mean, she's just a phenomenal athlete, and again, what she's done in that program and gone on to do. So proud of her.
Belle Pates with the kill. How many times, Kathy, when we look through the bios of all of these players, when we do the state championships, when they say the athlete they most admire is Jordan Larson?
Her name is frequently listed, that's for sure.
She is currently in China.
Training, and as you mentioned, again, difficult, you know, when the Olympics were postponed or whatever, and the impact that has. I mean, their lives are really scheduled around that big event.
Killed by Caitlin Molnari, White Knights.
Molnaric with the kill.
Back to serve, Kennedy Bacon.
Bacon now will serve for the Knights. There's Fisher, who goes off the side of the block, right off the hands of Lyndon Nozzle. And Fisher with her second kill.
Serving for Pleasanton, Isabel Bates.
And a flyer.
Fisher again, sorry. Last year she was a right side, and they moved her to middle, trying to take advantage of that height up there in the middle and getting her involved in all blocking. Well done there.
Good swing again, Molnaric on that back line. She's just a sophomore.
And to serve for Archbishop Bergan, number 13, Addie Gilfrey.
Gilfrey back in to serve and play back row for Bergan.
Great hustle. Tough ball.
They serve Addie Gilfrey, White Knights.
Fisher.
Come alive.
Yes, absolutely. Just a great stretch for her across the front row, both offensively and defensively.
3 kills, 2 blocks in that run through the middle for Fisher. Now back to serve is Taryn Flood. Baker. Block touch on her. Good job again by Baker out there on the block, getting that ball quickly, along with Paige Frickenstein. The last names I wish I had.
I know, that's a fun one.
Paige Frickenstein, just a freshman.
And just really, Coach said, has really starting to get comfortable in that right side position over there. Again, he's a young player, learning.
Back to serve, Natalie Siegel.
Watch how high above the net.
Yep.
Right over the block.
And again, she's up there, elevates and can see, you know, and then she has the tools to terminate.
Pierce into the net.
Foreheads, point, Bergan.
Still 5-point advantage. Bergan doing a nice job of sticking around here in this second set. Keep it close, make a run at the end is the plan for Sue Weevil. Keep balls up. Out of the back row. Pate's not down. And then a kill in the middle by Lauren Baker. Back to back for Bergan.
Lauren Baker, her 6th kill.
3rd consecutive year in this game for Lauren Baker. That's the showstopper there. You throw it up to Katie Lindner. She now has 13 kills on 18 swings, hitting still above 725.
Well, and you know it's going to her. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, she can still find a way to get it done and do damage.
Pates tools the block. Belle Pates with another kill.
Pates has done a tremendous job on that outside. They've been giving her line. A lot of that is probably they're tightening in and squeezing in on Lindner. But she has really taken advantage of the situation, made great shots, been a big power swing on the outside.
You know, we talked about Fisher and Lindner and their hitting percentage, but that young lady right there, Pates, also in the top 10 in the state in hitting percentage. And you can see why. She's had several shots and she's been using the line a lot here through 2 sets.
Well, and again, having her mixing it up, and when they're sending it outside, when so many balls are going to Lindner, she's actually in a position to really do something. She's hitting 667 right now here in this match. But the key is she's delivered when she's had the opportunity.
In for Pleasanton, number 20, Chelsea Fisher.
Look at that.
Serving is Katie Lindner.
Yeah.
Look how high those hips are. You know, she's elevating up.
14 kills, 18 swings for Katie Lindner, 778 hitting percentage. Coverage of the 2020 NSAA Volleyball Championships on NET is made possible in part by Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest, Nebraska Public Power District, Nebraska Kubota Dealers, Aurora Cooperative, and Constellation. Hey, a big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. Along with Kathy Wieskamp, I'm Larry Putney. Ryan Mix is patrolling the court side here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Good to have you with us for these state championships, our day-long coverage in 3 separate sessions. Session 1 is D2, D1. This afternoon, C2, C1, and then tonight, Class B, and we end the evening at about 9 o'clock tonight in Class A, and I hope those are wigs. Fisher blocking out. Point for Bergan. Becca Baker, the setter, sophomore, back to serve. So we will think that Becca Baker could become one of the best setters that Bergan has ever had. Her work ethic, her ability to understand the court, understand volleyball, how hard she works at it. She transitions so much faster than she did her freshman year. And at 5'9", good height for a setter. Pates again.
Yep. And a nice pace to the outside, too. That tempo push to the outside, speeding up the offense.
Second touch, Baker keeps it alive. Siegel leaves it for Fisher, blocked. Good block up front. There's Bolnaric with the block. That was Becca Baker, the sophomore setter.
Pretty good statistics again through this season. Just shy of 10 assists per
Chelsea Fisher, White Bulldogs.
So good tournament for her as she's led them to this championship match.
Then serve, point Archbishop Bergan.
Pleasanton 3 away from going up 2-0 here in the D1 title.
Number 13, Addie Gilfrey.
Addie Gilfrey. Nice job by Fisher, not much. You can see the reaction from Siegel as she said, I know that was a little close to the net, but way to work with it.
You know, take a ball and better it. That's what you can't ask for more from an attacker. And as a former right side, again, knowing where she was at, what area was a good place to take it.
Fisher started out 0 for her first 4 swings, did not have a kill in her first 4 swings. Since then, she's 6 for 6.
Just let the young lady warm up.
Wow. Great hustle by Pierce to keep that alive. Check that was Flood. Taryn Flood. And then again, it's Lauren Baker.
Yep. Big swing there by Baker. Working hard up front. Here she is. Just finding ways to keep chipping away. Wow.
Oh, that's just so impressive. 15.
And just the angle, you know? I mean, the angle that ball's coming and...
Almost expecting to see her take off from the 10-foot line and put it inside the 10-foot line on the other side.
She's not that far behind it.
I know.
I mean, that last, she truly isn't.
I know. What a set for the Pleasanton Bulldogs. They are cruising here. Up 2-0.
Are you ready? Let's go.
4 years of high school can prepare your girls for who they'll be the rest of their life. That's why it's important for students at Marion to have every opportunity to develop in the arts, the sciences, all academics, as confident, faith-filled leaders in their community, and beyond. The journey begins here. Spend a day at Marion High School and discover what lies ahead.
Interactive exhibits for all ages bring sports to life at the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame. Nebraska's history of high school sports is alive, while historic memorabilia preserve the rich heritage.
The High School Sports Hall of Fame is fun for fans of all ages, including families like mine.
Inside the NSAA headquarters at 500 Charleston Street, just north of Haymarket Park in Lincoln. More information at nebhalloffame.org.
Constellation is a natural gas supplier helping inspire young Nebraskans through hands-on learning. Constellation has given more than $290,000 to 4-H and FFA organizations across the state, helping support youth in your community with opportunities to achieve real-world success. Because we believe that powering communities means empowering our future leaders. With Constellation, a contribution to 4-H and FFA is in the stars.
We're for agriculture, for growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose, We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Welcome back to Pinnacle Bank Arena in the Class D1 state championship. After 2 sets, Pleasanton leads Archbishop Bergan 2-0. Well, I am joined alongside Stacy Lichtenberg, the mom of Kennedy Bacon. And Stacy, your nephew, Kennedy's cousin Jace, who's 8 years old, is going through a really tough time. He had cancer that has relapsed. When he was 14 months, he was diagnosed with neuroblastoma cancer, stage 4. Got through some treatments, went into remission 5 years ago, and then that cancer relapsed earlier this spring. So first off, how is Jace doing?
Jace is doing okay. He's home listening right now, and he just got out of the hospital. He's been going through different treatments. He had gone through chemo and antibody treatments, and then when he comes out, he's pretty tired. And then he had gotten a lung infection, and then now they believe he might have an infection in his leg, but we're not sure yet. And so he's resting, but he's listening to us right now.
Well, hello, Jace, and we certainly hope the best for you. We hope you're doing well and you'll feel better. Wish you could be here with us, but Stacy, I want to ask you, it sounds like he's really close with Kennedy and the girls. It's a tight-knit community, and they all know about the struggles that he's going through. So what have the girls done this year to honor him?
So Bergan is a really, really tight-knit community, and Jace's siblings obviously go to Bergan also. And so they have made tattoo stickers that say "Pray for Jace" that they all wear. They do that for the football team. The volleyball team and the football team will actually FaceTime him in the locker rooms, and as they're running out, they are really, really good about making sure to involve him. He's definitely one of the biggest fans and probably one of the most popular kids in the whole school.
That's awesome. That's so cool. And obviously at 8 years old, sounds like he's handling this really well. And we certainly hope for the best for him. But, what's it like for you as a mom to be able to watch your daughter here at the state championship in such a difficult year and an odd year playing through a pandemic?
It's pretty cool to see even the girls. We have a very young team. And so just to see them where they are today, they fight really, really hard. We have a great fan base and support. It's insane, it's crazy, which is obviously the same thing that I think that Jason and our family and his family experience all the time too. So it's really cool. I'm really glad we were able to play, with all the stuff that's going on with COVID. So there's lots of things to be thankful for, although there's things to make sure that we stop and reflect on, make sure that we're taking the time to be thoughtful of what's important and what's not, and definitely it's people and what we can do for everybody else.
Well, thank you so much for the time, Stacy. We'll be thinking about Jace and his family, and best wishes to him moving forward.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Stacy. What great words.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Kind of sums it up, doesn't it?
And again, our best wishes out to Jace and the family, and it's about people and perspective.
Yep. Lots of prayers your way, Jace. Well, Bergan trying to come back from a 2-0 deficit here in set number 3. That's a steep hill to climb out of against a team that's this talented. Pleasanton, as you see, Belle Pates again with another kill. Pates now in double digits in kills. She has 11, hitting above 500.
Yeah. Between Pates and Lidner, we've got 29 kills out of 39.
It was wide. Point Archbishop Bergan.
It's the first time that Fisher has missed in her last 6 swings. First hitting error on Fisher as well. Got that. Nope, kept alive. Nice job.
Here again, working hard, coming around.
They got a touch, and there was
a touch.
Yep.
Yep.
So Molnaric was into the net is the call.
Here we get a chance to see. Yep. Just really trying to reach across, and because she knows it's a big hit.
Yeah.
Trying to slow it down.
Pleasanton now is on top 7-4. Pate serves. And that's long.
Service long, point Archbishop Bergan. Back to serve, Caitlin Molnari.
Rolled off the top of the block and down to the kill for Casey Pierce. The 3 sets that Pleasanton has lost this year, one coming against Grand Island Central Catholic in a tournament 2-1. They lost a set against Amherst 3-1, and then to Johnson Brock here at State in the opening round 3-1. So coming into State, they'd only lost 2 sets all year.
I mean, that's just incredible.
It really is.
When you think you've got 32 matches that you've gone up against.
Yep. And these athletes for Pleasanton, we talked about, you know, they won the state basketball championship last year against Archbishop Bergan, but they've been at state in basketball 3 consecutive years, trying to make it 4 for 4 here in their senior season and the season that follows this. That is just wide. And the first hitting error of the match for Katie Lindner. She was 18 kills on 25 swings, hitting .720 before that error.
Wow.
Next serve, point Pleasanton.
But back to the point about basketball is their freshman year, they came down to state, finished 4th. Their sophomore year, they were 3rd. Last year, they won the state championship, and they'll be looking to repeat right back here at Pinnacle Bank Arena in March, we all hope.
Well, and again, just the athleticism, what we're seeing here.
Yeah.
You know, I have to believe they've got a good shot at that. And then they'd love to have a dual championship in both volleyball as well as basketball. Great
into
save.
the camera and pop back up on Weisdorfer. What a play by Weisdorfer. And then it leads to the point for Bergan.
Way to go, Weisdorfer. That's how it's done. Taking our camera.
Watch Weisdorfer come after this.
She's coming.
Right?
Oh.
Well, yeah. It was right after that. And there's a left-handed swing and a kill by Mulring. Haley Mulring. Here, one more look at it. Let's see this.
You gotta see this effort. Great swing there by Lauren Baker. Still fighting here. Puts Bergan up.
11-10. Yeah, that run into the camera is going to leave a mark.
It's well worth it.
On Weisdorfer and the camera.
Serving is Katie Lindner.
Those are badges of honor.
Nice tip. Molnarek right around the block and gets the kill.
Molnarek, just her jumping ability allowed her to even make that play. Tough ball and gets her fingertips up there.
Swing by Fisher. Right back on the overpass. Kept alive though. And down to the kill by Paige Frickenstein.
Frickenstein, again, just a freshman, just learning this position. And being a right-handed person on that left side, right-handed person on that left side, right side is difficult. And she's doing a great job getting her hand to the ball.
And again from the right side, Frickenstein and Bergan waking up here in set number 3 on top by 3. And a timeout taken by Shane Nordby, as it looks like his dogs have lost a little bit of their intensity. Well, you can get in the game on Tuesday night on NET World when Big Red Wrap-Up looks back at today's game with Northwestern and what the Huskers will do to prepare for next week's game against Penn State. Send in your questions to bigred@netnebraska.org or on the Big Red Wrap-Up Facebook page, and watch Big Red Wrap-Up Tuesday night, 7 Central on NET World, and again at 10 on NET. Nebraska currently on top of Northwestern 13-7. Husker lead up there in Evanston, just north of Chicago.
Back to serve is number 7, Rebecca Baker.
Baker now back to serve with a 3-point lead. And Pates tools the block out of the timeout to stop the run.
13 for her, kills for her. She's just continues. She's hitting over 550. Look at that line. It's just been a money shot for her.
Right down the line of the push. Bacon with the kill. Nice job by Kennedy Bacon as she goes back to serve now.
Does a great job. Again, that line is open for her as well over there.
Yeah. Good serve by Bacon, driving it deep. Here's Fisher, found the open floor.
Chelsea Fisher, point Bulldogs.
You know, Sue Weevil has been coaching 36 years for Bergan, as you see Fisher's kill. But it's really been in the last 3-4 years the culture around Bergan volleyball has really started to change. And I asked Sue, why it took so long to get that culture to change. And she says they demand a lot of their players in training and running the timed laps, and and she said it really took a group of players about 3 or 4 years ago. The lone senior back then was Lexi Langley and Megan Dahlhauser. The lone senior was Allison Diekman, Haley Kemp, all names that we certainly remember from back in that 2018 championship team that really began to buy in, and that kind of nucleus began to change the culture. Younger players see the work ethic, begin to understand what it takes. And it all goes back, Kathy, to what we see all the time in high school athletics, which is success breeds success.
Absolutely, and it's a mindset, as you said, and a culture, and again, embracing what it takes, and then setting that standard. And I think that's a tribute to, again, taking a program and, again, people trusting your process. And as they were talking about, these runs, that they're doing, these 3-minute runs, and to be conditioned. And they had their last one the other day, and they were so excited, and they get to the championship. It paid off. That's why, and so that's the buy-in. That's the understanding. This is what it takes, and it's worth it. Great job there, Lauren Baker. Up and turns that ball, takes it hard to the right side.
Back to serve for Bergan.
He's pushing hard here, trying to get Bergan pushed to that 25.
Barrow Hapke with the serve. Right back in the middle, tried to push. Wow, what a smart shot. Not a ball she could do much with, but found the open back line.
The defenders are both wide into their corners, and so that middle back area wide open. Great vision.
Wow, Pates, nice save off of the shoulder assist by Siegel. And again, tried to tip that near the in line. Pates on the touch, got the kill. Pates with 14 kills. She's had a good state tournament. She had 19 kills in the first round. You see the finger touch there. 9 kills in the second round, and she's at 14 here in this championship. She'll get another swing here and another kill. 15 now for Belle Pates.
Just keep on coming. And here she's made some adjustments. You know, hitting different. She's been really, that line has been paying off for her. Here's the cross court. She took a high hand. Smart player.
So 18 all. Sue will take a timeout after this 8-4 run by Pleasanton. Let's take a look at Belle Pates, the 5'9" outside hitter. She's a senior in the top 10 in the state in hitting percentage. And down here at state,
she's showing why she's been so successful this year. Just again, getting great balls. First of all, she's getting great balls in a nice fast tempo, so she's beating block, and then she's reading her blocking situations. What are you going to give me? I'll take that. If you're going to take that away, then I'll make an adjustment.
619 her hitting percentage here today. 15 kills gives her 43 for the state tournament. And having that outside really takes some pressure off of Lindner as well.
Serving for Pleasanton, Casey Pierce.
Big block by Lindner at the net. And Katie Lindner.
Lindner and Pates teaming up here on the block, then on the defensive side up at the front row. I think Lindner took most of that angle away. Baker likes to take it cross to the right. Good adjustment.
Boy, not much you could do with that. And
correction, net violation, point, Archbishop Bergan.
they're going to call a net violation on Bulldogs.
Pates.
Yeah, it was down before the net. Yeah.
Yep.
Those things happen bang, bang. Sometimes tough to see, but it, from our perspective, looked like the ball was down before the touch of the net. Back comes Lindner with another kill. Lindner now with 21 kills in this match. And that's an even 60 now at state.
Not bad for her.
But it's rolling your way.
Yeah.
It's rolling your way. And it is rolling the Dogs' way. Look at this.
Yeah,
right
look at
the net. And another and final timeout here in set number 3 from Coach Sue Wewell. Part of, developing a great program too is the feeder system. They've got such a good feeder system at Bergan. They have the PAL, which is their parochial athletic league, 7 to 8 week program for some of their younger players. It goes into Omaha as well and surrounding area. That's been a great feeder program. They have younger teams, 4th and 5th grade teams, 6th grade teams, 8th and 9th grade teams for Sue Wewell. She, by the way, picked up win number 700 this year. Big moment for Sue. She's 708 and 348 in her career.
Yep, in their conference tournament.
Yep.
That's quite a milestone.
Outside, Pates down the line, got it. Boy, she has just been like target practice with that line. That is now 16 for Pates. 3-point advantage. And Molnaric answers. Good up from Caitlin Molnaric. Just a sophomore. Molnaric now in double digits in kills as well. She has 10. Boy, so tough to handle.
She's money as far as being on point, as far as the spot, but then the power that she brings behind it.
Big block by Fisher, and Pleasanton is a point away from their first state championship match since 1976. And that's it! The Bulldogs, state champs! 44 years since Pleasanton won a state title in volleyball. They take it home.
Yep, they did it in fine fashion too. I mean, they came out strong right from the beginning, very offensive minded, and now we have a volleyball championship to go along with the basketball championship last year.
And a terrific season for the Bergan Knights. As you see assistant coach Kim Diekman and Sue Wewell talking it over with a very young team that has a very bright future and a program that has been built over time. But today, just not enough for the athleticism and experience of the Pleasanton Bulldogs. 44-year drought is over. They are the state champs in Class D1. We'll hand out medals and trophies when we come back to PBA.
Early mornings, late nights, emotionally, physically, mentally tougher. Generations of trust, innovation, and hard work done side by side. The decisions you make for your land and livestock have a direct impact on your operation, the region, and the world. That is why we're there when you need us anytime, every time. We both have one chance, one season, one mission. Tougher together. Aurora and you.
Local businesses are an important part of our state's economy. They're run by people who are imaginative, determined, innovative, and committed to being here in Nebraska. But the pandemic has challenged their resilience and their future. Your support, done safely, is important to local business because our community is stronger when we care for the well-being and livelihood of our neighbors. Local shopping, done in safe ways, supports Nebraska businesses today.
After concussion, returning to the classroom is a priority of the NSAA. All brains return to learn. Not all brains return to play.
After recognizing that an athlete has suffered a concussion, it is important to monitor the symptoms in the classroom before allowing the athlete to return to extracurricular activities.
The NSAA requires coaches in all sports to take a concussion course once every 3 years.
More information is available on our website, nsaahome.org. Student athletes are students first, athletes second.
Coverage of the 2020 NSAA Volleyball Championships on NET is made possible in part by Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest, Nebraska Public Power District, Nebraska Kubota Dealers, Aurora Cooperative, and Constellation. Hey, a big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. Back at Pinnacle Bank Arena, Pleasanton is your new state champion, Class D1. They sweep Archbishop Bergan. Time for medals and trophies. And for that, we go back to Stephen Lemon.
The Nebraska School Activities Association is honored to have medals and trophies for both of these outstanding teams. Presentations will be made by NSAA Executive Director Jay Beller, NSAA Board of Directors Dr. Bob Resnicek from Boys Town, and Dan Kieser from Sutherland. Here are the awards for runner-up Archbishop Bergan High School. Head coach Sue Wewell and her assistant will present the silver medals. Players, please come forward as your name is called. Number 2, Elsa Dirkschneider. Number 3, Summer Bojanski. Number 4, Caitlin Molnaric. Number 5, Paige Frickenstein. Number 6, Charlie Bales. Number 7, Rebecca Baker. Number 9, Blair Davis. Number 10, Sydney Meyer. Number 11, Carly Hapke. Number 12, Lyndon Nozzle. Number 13, Addie Gilfrey. Number 14, Kennedy Bacon. Number 15, Caitlin Pitt. And now the senior, number 8, Lauren Baker. For these outstanding athletes in their school, here is the 2020 NSAA Class D1 State Volleyball Runner-Up Trophy. Congratulations, Archbishop Bergan High School. Here is the 2020 NSAA Class D1 State Volleyball Championship Trophy. Congratulations, Pleasanton High School.
State champs from Pleasanton, the Bulldogs. They sweep Bergan in straight sets and finish the year with a remarkable set record of 81-3. When we come back, we'll hear from the champs right here on NET Sports.
Electricity. It makes life easier, more productive, brighter, possible. Yet we only think about it when we don't have it. The next time you're doing, well, anything, think about how electricity makes it all possible. And know we will be there, powering your everyday, every day.
All this grass, all this mulch, all these projects to do. They all get done with the Kubota BX Series tractor. The Kubota BX Series. Kubota is a proud sponsor of Nebraska high school sports on NET. It's the crack of dawn, but it's never too early to get ready for hunting season. Acceleration, handling, and cargo room for work. The Kubota Sidekick. For more information and participating Nebraska Kubota dealers, KubotaNEsports.com.
As the coronavirus infection COVID-19 spreads through Nebraska, the NET News team is committed to providing accurate and timely information. Find the latest news updates from health officials and our team of reporters on our website at netnebraska.org/coronavirus.
The fans in the stands might have a different look, but the sidelines, the field, and the coverage of NSAA high school football championships will remain the same. See all the action in all classes on NET Sports, Monday, November 23rd and Tuesday, November 24th. Visit netnebraska.org/sports for game day and times. Live streaming is available at the NET website and on the NET Nebraska app.
Your favorite PBS shows, ready to watch when you are. Anytime, any place. Find more ways to explore than ever before.
Coverage of the 2020 NSAA Volleyball Championships on NET is made possible in part by Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest, Nebraska Public Power District, Nebraska Kubota Dealers, Aurora Cooperative, and Constellation. Hey, a big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support.
Welcome back. Here with the champs in Class D1 Pleasanton. The perfect season is capped off with a state championship. Head coach Shane Nordby. Has to be a great feeling for you to hold that trophy right now.
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's something that you dream about, and you hope you get the opportunity, and these girls gave the town of Pleasanton that opportunity.
These girls have just been so remarkable all year. Only dropped 3 sets, and at the state tournament, really nothing was let down as they continued their domination. Why were these girls able to be so dominant all year?
You know, I think they just have that drive in them. They want to be successful. They want to win every time they're out on the floor. They don't let any opportunity slip by them without giving it their best. And I think that's led to a lot of success for them.
What about today in particular? What do you think was working so well for the girls?
You know, I think our ball control was pretty good today. Our first touch on our side of the net got the ball up to where Natalie, our setter, could get the ball to the attackers in a position to be successful, and then the attackers took it from there. On the outside, we had a lot of success swinging down the line, and you know, that just continued throughout the match.
Absolutely. I want to ask you a little bit about what it's been like to coach during a pandemic. We talked about this yesterday. It's unique for every team. I mean, in some regard, everyone's facing the same challenges, but you said your girls took this very seriously from day one in August. Everyone's been wearing a mask, no matter if they were at school, if they were playing in a game or at practice. So why did you want your team to take this so seriously?
You know, you don't want anything out of our control to end a possible season like this. And we knew coming into the season that we had expectations set on us, and we had them set on ourselves. And if something little like putting a mask on and keeping it on could help that continue, why not do it? And these girls from day one I just told them, you know, we're going to put a mask on because it's going to give us the best chance to continue the season no matter what happens on the other side of the net. And they bought into it, and they did it and didn't complain about it once. And, you know, not only them, but our community embraced it too and gave these ladies this opportunity.
So I have to ask, in all honesty, did you think we would get through a full season and crown state champions when the announcement was made?
At the beginning of the season, it was a little bit scary to think that it might not happen. As the season got going and there weren't a lot of issues, in our area especially, maybe it was different in other parts of the state, but out where we are, we didn't have a lot of games canceled or postponed or changed. And so it wasn't a surprise as things got going that we did get to finish. We're thankful that we did, and we're blessed that we did, but not a big surprise for us, I don't feel like.
Well, Coach, you've done a great job with these girls. Congratulations on an awesome season.
Thank you very much.
All right, let's bring in Isabel Pates. Isabel finished with 18 kills, 6 digs, and you capped off your, well, last year you won basketball state championship in March. Now you get the volleyball championship. So how does this feel?
It's unreal. It's amazing. Going back to back like that, it's pretty fun.
And it's been obviously really unique for you girls because in basketball, that was right when the pandemic was starting, and so you were playing with no fans in the arena, and then today you're playing in an arena with limited fans and wearing a mask. What for you as a high school athlete has the last 8 months been like?
We wear masks every day, and I think it's helped us so that we can prepare, and like when we come down to state, we know we're gonna do it, and oh gosh. And
don't drop it.
I was trying not to. It's been helpful. It's been really helpful.
Absolutely. And Archbishop Bergan defeated you guys the last 2 years in volleyball in the semifinals. Of course, you beat them in basketball. But were those volleyball semifinals from the last 2 years on your mind going into today?
It was. It was in the back of my mind the whole time, and I just wanted to win and beat them for once.
Well, you certainly did that. Congratulations, Isabel.
Thank you.
Let's bring in Katie Lidner. Katie finished with 22 kills, 3 digs, a remarkable performance to cap off your high school career. For you, how does it feel to be a state champion?
I just think that like this is what we always dreamed of, and just coming out and like actually getting it done in volleyball. We've done it in basketball before, but just the feeling in volleyball, it's a lot different, and it's just great.
In a small school, a lot of the girls are playing both basketball and volleyball, but what about your athleticism and your teammates' athleticism and volleyball made you guys so great this year?
I think since a lot of us play like all 3 sports, like track, basketball, and volleyball, like we're always like in shape, and in season especially, like we just keep pushing ourselves, and our team is just like, we have tons of people, and I don't know.
Yeah, no, you're good. The basketball championship in March was the first state championship for a girls' sport at the school since 1976. Now you get 2 girls' state championships in 1 year, and of course you're a part of them both. What's that been like for you?
I just think like looking back at it and being a part of both teams, like that's gonna be something I like cherish forever. And just playing with the team and everything and in front of the fans, like it's just a feeling that we're never gonna forget.
If you had to define 2020 and the volleyball season in particular in a few words, how would you do that?
Crazy. I don't know. Just playing, like you never know if you get your next game or not, and you always like just play every game like your last. That's what our coaches always told us, because we never knew what was going to happen. Absolutely.
Well, congratulations, Katie. Pleasanton finishes the year 33-0. They get the first state championship in volleyball at the school since 1976.
Yeah, what a remarkable finish for Pleasanton. And we talked about it throughout the broadcast, but just an extremely athletic team, especially coming out of D1, you don't always see that up and down. You'll see athletes, but up and down the roster.
I think, again, it speaks to the level of that team. I mean, from top to bottom, they had kids on the court that were athletic, and they played roles and they worked as a team. And they talked about too how it's been challenging, but they've chosen to do this together and make a commitment. And they made a commitment on the court today. And again, about being a team and let our athleticism take us to the top. And they are a champion.
Session 1 is down. 2 state champs have been crowned. The first was a 5-setter, an exciting one. 16-14 in the 5th. Pleasanton, or Dillon knocked off CWC, and then Pleasanton in this D1 title sweeps Archbishop Bergan. Very young Bergan team. We'll hear from them in the future, no doubt. Here's what's upcoming in Class C2. We still have Norfolk Catholic and Lutheran High Northeast, 2 teams that reside in the same town in Nebraska, in Norfolk, about 3 miles apart. St. Paul and Wahoo, 2 unbeaten teams. It should be a great second session, and then we'll close it out tonight with Class B and Class A with some of the best teams, not only in the state of Nebraska, but some of the best teams in the country, as 2 of those 4 teams are ranked nationally among the top volleyball programs in the nation. Should be a good rest of the day. Again, Kathy, 2 crowned, 4 yet to go. So that'll do it from now. Once again, in Class D1, the state champ is Pleasanton. They knock off Bergan 3-0. For Kathy Wieskamp and for Ryan Mix, for our entire NET Sports crew, we'll be back for Session 2 later on. I'm Larry Putney. We'll see you back here later this afternoon. Bye for now.